the Muftis began in 1994. It was an idea, it happened to be the same year that the Encore started. We were totally oblivious of their plans and they of ours. Everyone assumes we were copying them, but that's not at all the case. Janet Hayes Walker, who founded the company, who founded York, had this idea of a concert series of shows from the past. It was an East Indian word that the British Army used to mean out of uniform. So if you saw someone in Mufti, a soldier in Mufti walking down the street, that means he was in civilian clothes. And we use it to mean in street clothes without all the trappings one associates with these shows, which were once full productions, full out, sometimes two full out productions. And we find that so many of these shows benefit from this bare bones approach. A piano, a couple of pianos, or a small combo, minimal props, no scenery, costumes are brought from home or suggested one way or another, but it's not about the physical production, it's about getting the material on stage in a style reminiscent and honoring what was originally intended by the authors. Our next Mufti series, beginning in just a couple of weeks, is a celebration of the playwright, librettist, book writer, all sorts of wonderful words, probably summed up best in the word writer, Broadway legend, if you will, the writer Joseph Stein. The show's this time, beginning in about 2 weeks. First of all, Zorba, based on the novel by Kazantzakis. The score by Kandrin Ebb. It's one of my favorite Kandrin Ebb scores. It's been on Broadway twice, first with Herschel Bernardi, and then with Anthony Quinn. And it would seem it's over 20 years now since it was on Broadway. It would seem it's about time for another Broadway revival, so maybe we'll start that in motion. The next show is Enter Laughing, which was originally called So Long 174th Street, has a wonderful, tuneful, delightful score by Stan Daniels, and we're delighted to repeat his part from the original production, George Irving. The third show in the series is from Broadway, 1958, I believe. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, no doubt. The Body Beautiful, with a score by Jerry Bach and Sheldon Harnick. It's the first show of theirs to hit Broadway. It's the first time they collaborated with Joe. This is a show basically about boxing, an unlikely subject matter, and has not been seen in New York since the original production, has never had an actual cast recording. So we hope to make that happen. And the fourth and final one in this Joe Stein series is The Baker's Wife, with a really beautiful score by Stephen Schwartz. And it's a nice circular feeling here because the York Theatre Company presented the official New York premiere of The Baker's Wife in 1985, directed by Stephen Schwartz himself. Joe and Stephen have continued working on the show over the years, and they now have arrived at what they see as the final official script. And we are presenting the New York premiere of that. So twice the York Theatre Company has presented the New York premiere of The Baker's Wife, except this time it's the final version. So 4 wonderful shows you're not going to see anywhere else, and we're delighted to present them and delighted to celebrate Joe Stein once again.